if your mind is still holding on to the day, you can let everything soften now. The thoughts, the tension, the weight of it. This time is just for you to unwind, to reset, and to gently move toward rest. This can become a space you return to whenever you need to let go and feel a little lighter. Over time, your mind may begin to recognize this process and settle more easily each night. Make sure you're somewhere safe and comfortable. Just begin to settle. And now, just allowing yourself to begin arriving fully into this moment of rest. Without effort, without expectation, without needing anything to change. Noticing the surface beneath you, steady, supportive, always there, holding you gently, so there is nothing you need to hold yourself. And you may notice your breathing already beginning to soften, slowing, lengthening, becoming more natural without you needing to control it. And as your awareness gently drifts and returns, perhaps noticing the space across your forehead, smoothing, widening, releasing even the smallest amount of effort, and then becoming aware of the eyes, softening, settling, the tiny muscles around them letting go, and the cheeks loosening, the jaw releasing, unclenching, the tongue resting more heavily. And as this happens, you may notice a gentle spreading sensation moving slowly down through your neck, loosening, unwinding, softening. And there is nothing you need to do. Your body already understands this process, already recognizing this familiar pattern. And each time you return to this, it becomes easier, more natural, more automatic. And now, becoming aware of your shoulders and how they can begin to drop even slightly more, releasing any quiet holding. And as you notice this, perhaps your arms begin to feel heavier, resting, supported, completely held, a gentle weight increasing slowly, and this drifting feeling continuing to spread down through your arms, into your hands, into your fingers, where even the smallest muscles can soften and let go completely. And you may notice a growing sense of stillness expanding across your whole upper body. And as your awareness drifts and returns, becoming aware again of your chest, rising and falling slowly, gently, and with each breath, a little more softness, a little more release, a little more letting go. And now, awareness drifting down into your stomach, where everything can begin to loosen, soften, settle. And as this continues, your hips, your legs, your knees, your calves, your feet, all beginning to follow naturally, each area releasing in its own time, each area becoming heavier, calmer, quieter, and perhaps becoming aware again of how your whole body is supported, held, with nothing required of you. And as you continue to drift, this gentle settling becomes deeper, more complete, more familiar, as though your body is remembering exactly how to do this, exactly how to let go. And now, just allowing yourself to notice the whole body together, from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes, a single field of softness, of heaviness, of stillness. And as your awareness drifts and returns, this whole body relaxation deepens even further. And each time you return, you relax more completely, more deeply. And there is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to change, just allowing everything to soften, everything to slow, everything to settle. And now, just continuing to drift deeper into this feeling of rest, letting everything become heavier, quieter, calmer, and just allowing yourself to let go. As your body continues to settle, there's nothing to change, nothing to do, just allowing this gentle slowing to continue in its own way. You may begin to notice a soft heaviness spreading gradually through the body. Not something you create, just something that begins to appear. A natural response as everything starts to unwind. The muscles loosening in small, almost unnoticed ways. The shoulders softening, the face relaxing, the jaw unclenching, and the breath becoming slower, more even. Each inhale quietly rising, each exhale releasing a little more. And with every breath, a subtle shift, as if the body is remembering how to let go, how to soften without effort. And the more this continues, the less there is to hold on to, because this isn't something you have to guide. It's something that happens when you allow it. And even if thoughts appear, drifting in and out, they can pass easily without needing attention, like distant movement that fades on its own, becoming less defined, less important. And each time that happens, there can be a quiet return to this steady rhythm, this familiar slowing, becoming easier, more natural, as if your body already understands what it means to settle, and your mind can follow that same pattern, growing quieter, less active, with no need to solve anything, no need to go anywhere, just resting in this gradual descent, where everything feels a little softer, a little slower. And as this continues, there can be a sense of sinking, not physically, but gently, internally, as if awareness itself is becoming heavier, less defined, drifting further into rest. And the more you allow this, the deeper it can carry you into a space where everything settles naturally, quietly, and completely at ease. As you continue to relax, there's nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to go. This can be a space you return to whenever you need rest, a place your mind begins to recognize, where it can let go more easily each time. And simply being here is enough. As you continue to drift, noticing how the mind has been active, thoughts moving, linking, continuing, that familiar pattern of overthinking when the night becomes very aware. And there is nothing wrong with this, nothing to fix, because even an active mind can begin to slow naturally. You don't need to stop the thoughts or control where they go. You can simply notice them without following, letting each one pass as it appears, like distant movement that doesn't need your attention. This familiar session, something you return to night after night, a space where thinking begins to quiet on its own. And even now, you may notice small pauses, tiny gaps between one thought and the next. Those gaps can gently widen without effort, creating more space, more quiet. And the thoughts themselves can begin to lose their momentum, slowing slightly, becoming less defined, as if the mind is no longer trying to hold them, no longer needing to continue. And that subtle alertness that keeps everything moving can begin to lower just a little, as your system realizes there is nothing required, nothing to solve, nothing to figure out, just resting here, this quiet moment where thinking can soften. Your breathing, slow and steady, becomes a gentle rhythm that supports this slowing. Each breath out, a small release, a quiet easing of mental activity. And if another thought appears, that's completely okay. You can notice it and let it pass. Again and again, this simple pattern, not engaging, not holding. And over time, the mind becomes quieter, less interested, less active, as the need to think begins to fade, replaced by something softer, something slower, something more still, where awareness begins to drift. This is something you return to again and again, a familiar way of slowing the mind, of allowing thoughts to settle naturally, without force, without effort. And as this continues, there is less to notice, less to follow, less to hold on to. Just quiet, just space, just that gentle pull toward sleep. And the more you remain here, the easier it becomes for sleep to arrive on its own, like a soft transition from thinking into drifting, from awareness into rest. And somewhere in the distance of morning, you may wake, feeling a little clearer, a little lighter, as though the mind found its quiet again. But for now, there is nothing to do, just continuing to drift, continuing to soften, allowing the thoughts to slow even more until they gently fade, and all that remains is calm and sleep. Everything can become very quiet here, very still, as if the world has softened into the background, and there's nothing left to follow, nothing left to hold on to, nothing left to stay connected to. Just a gentle awareness that continues to fade, drifting further away into a deeper, more settled place, where the body rests completely and the mind no longer needs to stay active. Everything slowing, everything softening, everything becoming less defined, until even the sense of drifting becomes quiet. And this space can begin to feel familiar, something your mind returns to naturally, a place that's always here, easy to come back to, night after night. And as this continues, there can be a quiet sense of everything becoming lighter, a subtle ease, a gentle steadiness, settling beneath the surface, as if something inside is finding balance, finding calm, without needing to be guided, without needing to be noticed, just unfolding quietly, so that when you wake, there may be a calm clarity, a soft sense of feeling better, more settled, more at ease. And for now, just allowing yourself to drift slowly, gently, steadily, drifting further and further, deeper and deeper, softly, quietly, easily, letting go a little more with each moment, drifting and settling and softening. Nothing to follow, nothing to return to. Just this quiet, steady rest, continuing on its own into deeper, more restful sleep. As you drift deeper, this can become your space, a place you return to night after night, where you can rest, let go, and allow everything to soften. And each time you come back, it may feel a little easier to settle and to sleep. And as this continues, there's nothing more you need to do, nothing more to follow, nothing more to return to right now. This can be a space you return to whenever you need rest. Something your mind begins to recognize, a place that feels familiar each time you come back. And each time you return, it may feel a little easier to settle, a little quicker to let go, just allowing everything to keep drifting, slowly, gently, steadily, drifting further and further, deeper and deeper, softly, quietly, easily, letting go a little more with each moment, drifting and settling and softening. Nothing to hold on to, nothing to stay connected to, just this quiet, steady rest, continuing on its own. With no need to do anything at all, no effort, no trying, no need to control anything. Just allowing your body to rest exactly as it is. And your mind can begin to settle in its own time, like everything is slowly softening, unwinding, releasing. And as you drift deeper and deeper, you may notice a quiet sense of ease beginning to form. Not something you create, just something that's already there, underneath everything. A gentle steadiness, a calm that doesn't need to be forced. And while you sleep, your mind can continue to settle in the background, softly, naturally, without you needing to do anything at all. And any tension, any weight you've been carrying, can begin to loosen and fade in its own time, leaving behind a lighter feeling, a quieter space. And as the night continues, this calm, this steadiness can deepen and stabilize, becoming more familiar, more natural. And by the time you wake, you may notice something subtle has shifted. Nothing dramatic, just a quiet sense that things feel a little easier, a little lighter, a little more steady. And that's enough. And for now, just drift, rest, and sleep.